Hi, welcome to the channel. I am an AI avatar, and my voice was generated by Moss TTS v1.5.
My voice was also generated by Moss TTS v1.5. Hi, I am an AI avatar.
What if your computer could generate realistic AI voices completely locally? No monthly voice subscription, no waiting on cloud tools, no sending your text or voice samples to another platform every time you need narration. Today, I'm going to show you how to install Moss TTS v1.5 on Windows 11 and run it locally. This is an 8 billion parameter AI voice model that can generate natural speech, follow punctuation, clone voice styles, and use pause controls for better narration. By the end of this video, you'll be able to generate voiceovers, AI character voices, tutorial narration, storytelling dialogue, and YouTube audio directly on your own PC. Before we start the installation, let me quickly explain what these models are and why they are interesting. Moss TTS is part of the Open Moss audio model family. It is designed for local speech and sound generation, including text-to-speech, voice cloning, dialogue-style speech, real-time speech. This is the voice generation model. It is an 8 billion parameter text-to-speech model designed for high-quality speech generation. It can generate natural-sounding speech, clone voices from reference audio, follow punctuation better, and use pause tags like to control timing. That pause control is very useful for YouTube narration, AI avatar videos, tutorials, storytelling, and cinematic dialogue. Instead of getting a flat robotic voice, you can guide the rhythm of the voice and make it feel more natural. Moss TTS v1.5 also supports multilingual generation and code switching, so it is not only for simple English text-to-speech. It is a flexible local voice model for creators who want more control. Now, let's install the model. First, open Anaconda prompt. We are going to create a clean Conda environment for Moss TTS v1.5. This keeps the installation separate from your other AI tools and avoids package conflicts. Run the environment creation command, then activate the environment. This creates a clean environment using Python 3.11. The reason we use a separate environment is simple. AI tools often need very specific Python and package versions. If we install everything into one environment, one tool can break another tool. So for Moss TTS v1.5, we keep it isolated. Next, install PyTorch with CUDA 12.8 support. This is important because I'm using an RTX 5090, which is based on NVIDIA's newer Blackwell architecture. Older CUDA builds may still install, but they can cause warnings, slower performance, or compatibility issues. After PyTorch is installed, run the GPU verification command. If everything is working, you should see your GPU name, the CUDA version, and CUDA should return true. Now we need to download the official Moss TTS source code from GitHub. Run the git clone command, then move inside the project. This repository contains the web interface script, configuration files, model structure, and other project files. Next, install the Moss TTS package and its required dependencies. Run the dependency installation commands one by one. The first command installs the Moss TTS project itself. The second command installs important machine learning and audio packages, including transformers, torch codecs, and sound file. This step is important because some heavy dependencies may not be installed automatically in the basic setup. Now we need to download the actual Moss TTS v1.5 model files from Hugging Face. First, make sure the Hugging Face command line tool is installed. Then run the model download command. This downloads the Moss TTS v1.5 model locally on your computer. I recommend downloading the model locally on Windows because it avoids path issues and makes the app launch more reliably. Now we need to make two small edits to the web interface launcher. Open the Moss TTS app file in Notepad. First, search for the default Hugging Face model name and replace it with your local model path. Make sure you use forward slashes in the path. Now we need to fix a small Gradio slider issue. Search for the duration token slider section. Inside that block, change the minimum value from 1 to 0. Then save the file and close Notepad. This prevents a Gradio crash where the slider minimum and maximum values are both set to 1. Now we are ready to launch the Moss TTS web interface. make sure you are inside the Moss TTS project folder. Run the launch command. After a moment, you should see a local web link. Open that link in your browser. Now Moss TTS v1.5 is running locally on your computer. Once the web interface opens in your browser, you will see the main Moss TTS v1.5 workspace. At the top, you can see that Moss TTS v1.5 supports direct generation, voice cloning, continuation with cloning, language tags, and inline pause markers. Let's quickly understand the main parts of the interface. The first section is the text box. This is where you type the script you want the model to speak. You can write a normal sentence, a YouTube narration, a character dialogue, or a short voice demo. Below that, we have the reference audio section. This part is optional. If you do not upload any reference audio, Moss TTS will automatically use direct generation. That means the model will generate speech from the text without cloning a specific voice. But if you upload a reference audio clip, then the model can use that audio to guide the speaker style. For best results, use a clean voice sample with no background music, no noise, and only one speaker. Also, use your own voice or audio you have permission to use. Next, we have the mode section. There are three main options when reference audio is available. The first mode is clone. Clone means the model tries to generate the new text using the speaker timbre from the reference audio. So if I upload a short clean voice sample, then type a new sentence, the model tries to speak that new sentence in a similar voice style. The second mode is continuation. Continuation means the model continues from the reference audio. This is useful when you want the generated speech to feel like it naturally follows the original audio. The third mode is continuation plus clone. This combines both ideas. It uses the reference audio as a continuation and also tries to preserve the speaker timbre. For most basic voice cloning tests, I recommend starting with clone mode. Next, we have the language tag section. For Moss TTS v1.5, this is optional. If you are generating normal English or Chinese, auto mode usually works fine, but if you already know the input language, especially for other languages, you can set the language tag to help the model understand the text better. Next, there is duration control. This is optional. When duration control is disabled, the model decides the natural speech length based on the text. If you enable duration control, you can guide the expected audio length using audio tokens. For a basic test, I recommend leaving this disabled first. Next, we have the sampling parameters. These controls affect how the model generates the final voice. Temperature controls how creative or varied the generation is. A higher temperature can make the voice more expressive, but it may also make the result less stable. Top P and Top K control how the model chooses from possible audio outputs. Repetition penalty helps reduce repeated phrases or repeated audio patterns. Max new tokens controls the maximum generation length. For your first test, I recommend keeping the default settings. Once everything works, you can adjust one setting at a time and compare the results. On the right side, we have the output audio section. After you click Generate Speech, the final generated voice appears here. You can play it directly in the browser and download it if you like the result. Under that, there is the status section. This shows what the model is doing. It can show the current mode, generation time, audio temperature, top P, top K, repetition penalty, and other settings. This is useful because you can confirm whether the model used clone mode, direct generation, or another mode. At the bottom, there is also an examples section. You can click an example row to automatically fill the inputs. This is useful for testing quickly, but for real projects, I recommend using your own scripts and your own authorized reference audio.
Hi, I am an AI avatar. My voice was created by Moss TTS v1.5 as a test. The model is now running locally on this computer, which means you can generate AI voices, narration, and character dialogue directly on your own PC. If you found this tutorial helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what AI voice test you want us to try next. Thanks